Thank you, Giovanni, for having introduced me. I'm waiting for my presentation. And thank you, everyone, to be here and to have expressed your interest in this workshop. And as my presentation title, I will give you some information on what we have done concerning better understanding what exactly land take means and what is the connection, why it is so important for achieving a livable compactness. And then we will see what we mean with this definition. So, my main points of my presentation will be trying to give you a general overview of what we have done so far within the partnership, which are the premises and the findings that we led us to propose this workshop and this action, and what are the main results of this process. First of all, we started by considering land take as an issue, because it's very commonly understood as an issue for achieving a sustainable urban development, because land take can be seen as in opposition of the compact city model that is commonly understood as one of the most sustainable urban forms. And also the drivers that push land take to increase, for example, the urban sprawl. So we started by considering this general data information, and also the effects that land take can have on the territory, and especially that this phenomenon can be considered as irreversible, because it's very costly to renaturalize artificial territories, artificial areas. So it is a very important issue, and when we decided to take new land, we can be aware of this. Moreover, what we are losing is soil, that is a fundamental resource for human beings, because soil can provide what we call the ecosystem services, that are the benefit that human beings can obtain from the ecosystem. So these are the main issue, but also other effects are present when we take new land for urbanization. We are increasing risk, natural risk that affect human beings. For example, increasing flooding or urbanite island and so on. This issue is well known among member states. There are several member states that are considering this issue and how to reduce land take, because this is a very common understanding, but it's not clear what are the measures that can be very effective in this way, fixing binding target, defining specific regulation, and so on. Also at EU level, we have several actions that have been put in place. The most known is the target of no net land take by 2050 that the European Commission proposes. But this target has been considered as unlikely to be met now, because the rate of the land take is too high to meet this target by 2050. And now we don't have a specific regulation on soil at EU level. And this is considered also an issue because there is no a common perspective, let's say. Starting from this assumption, our partnership decided to better understand what are the role of this phenomenon of land take and how to really measure it in order to achieve a livable compactness. What does it mean? For us, it means that we want to try to find a balance between high-density urban environment and the provision of green area public spaces for increasing the livability of our cities. So the main issue that we want to address with this action is, with the partnership, but especially with this action, is to consider land take also in this balance that we have to find. We arrived to consider this action, that is the intention of measuring land take properly, because we were experiencing some difficulties in using the current indicators for taking into account this balance, the need to keep together new expansion, but also regreening the city. Therefore, we try to better investigate what is already present in terms of land take indicators, but also in terms of other indicators that can be merged and used together with the most common indicators that we have already available. And another action that we don't discuss about it today, but it's linked with this aim, is the first action that we saw before, that is about how to include land take into the impact assessment procedures that are already available, and especially into the strategic environmental assessment, because we think that this procedure, this assessment procedures could be very effective in order to compare different transformation, different urban changes at the light of trying to find the most effective one. Because land take is not an adverse phenomenon in every case. It could be necessary in some cases to take new land instead of further densify our cities.